Welcome to Anxious and Abundant. I'm Rebekah Manella, actress, anxious, and creating a life of abundance and the life of my dreams with my husband, Jason Manella. We have 3 cats, a super smart dog named Nenya, and before you come after me with the whole Nenya business part, this is Nenya, named after the ring of adamant, and I am its keeper. Sorry, that's Galadriel. Galadriel, the Lady of Light, the Lady of the Galathrim, is the owner of the ring, Nenya. I am also totally obsessed with Lord of the Rings, so that's also going to be happening on this channel. But now that we have that sorted out with my dog, Nenya, let's get back into what this channel's about. So, why anxious and abundant? Let me tell you. I struggle with anxiety, and it super sucks. I've had it for most of my life, but I didn't know what it was up until about 3 years ago when I had my first panic attack. Also, trigger warning, we're going to be talking about panic attacks and the horrible feeling that they bring on. So, if you're not in a place to listen to that right now, that's totally okay. You can come back when you feel more comfortable. Back to panic attacks. I didn't know what anxiety really was up until I had my first panic attack. It was devastating. I thought I was dying. I remember standing there, watching my husband as I was frantically trying to tell him my symptoms and getting him to call the ambulance. Really, the only things running through my mind at that point was, I'm gonna die, and my husband has to watch me die. And as I stood there, should have been proof enough that I was okay, something else flashed before my eyes, or my brain, or through my brain, as I was going through it. And it was that I wasn't going to get to experience the dreams that my husband and I had. We weren't going to get to experience them together. We weren't going to get to go to the Oscars, have our own movie premieres, walk down the red carpet in super fancy clothes, have long nights of, arguing over cuts of movies, just everything that I'd ever wanted and dreamed. I felt like was going to be ripped away from me, and I would never get to experience it and experience it with him. And that was terrifying. Obviously, feeling like you're dying is absolutely terrifying, but realizing that the very thoughts and dreams that kept me alive for the longest time, because I'd wanted to be in the movie industry and act and be an actress since probably coming out of the womb, it dawned on me and it hit me that it was never going to happen. I was going to collapse and never wake up. Anyways, all these thoughts of doom and these horrible feelings literally lasted less than a minute. And as I was standing there waiting for the end and for the ambulance, because God bless my husband, he actually called them after me freaking out and he didn't know what was going on, my heart rate slowed down, I calmed down, and I experienced something that I didn't know was possible for a human. I felt alive, but completely empty. I didn't know what to think. I just felt like a shell. Fast forward a little bit, went to the hospital, got checked out, multiple doctor visits, got checked out, everything was totally okay, got diagnosed with anxiety and panic and all that fun stuff, which, reassured me for a little bit. But there was something inside of me that I feel totally died that day. And it scared me the most. If you have ever struggled with panic attacks, anxiety, health anxiety specifically, then I think you understand how hard it is to believe that you are actually okay. Because the physical sensations and the thoughts that come along with being in an anxious state, having a panic attack, it's really hard to believe that it's literally just your brain trying to keep you safe. It feels like the total opposite. And the irony of all of this, and when I actually had my panic attack, my husband and I were about to shoot our first short film together. We had set decked the house for weeks leading up to this. We'd worked on the script, we brought on crew, and literally this happened the day before we were supposed to go to camera. And we decided to pull the plug on the project, which was so depressing for me. I was the one who asked to pull the plug because I thought I didn't have much time left. I didn't know, just the world was a huge fog, and it was the beginning of the darkest times of my life. For close to 3 years now, I have been struggling with believing that I'm okay, and actually rebuilding that life that I felt like I lost in just those few seconds. And as many of us know who deal with this on a regular basis, we know that it's not just physical sensations during the day, and we know that it's not just anxiety. Anxiety brings its lovely friend depression along with it. Sleepless nights, and just crazy sporadic's not the word. We'll go with intrusive. Crazy intrusive thoughts that really have no basis in reality. Not only did I feel like I had absolutely no control over my life, no control over my body, I had the other voice in the back of my head telling me that I should be way farther along in my life if, I actually had what it takes to create the life of my dreams. And also other things like I would never be enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't live in the right town. Nobody cares about me. All these voices and thoughts and opinions that, now where I am, I do start to question them. And I know that those actually aren't my own thoughts. They're thoughts that I picked up along my lovely life's journey. And I just chosen that is me, that those opinions are me. And I've never actually taken the time to sit down and choose my opinion of myself. So I felt trapped in a super dark cloud where no one could see me, no one could hear me, and it was just this empty silence and fog. And I've also felt like I had to escape. Now I need to shout out my husband. He has been an incredible rock through this whole entire journey. He called the ambulance when nothing seemed to be wrong. And he's always been there to help me question my thoughts and hold me when I cry. And also he gives the most amazing massages when anxiety decides to do that tension thing where it really hurts. He's really good. So gotta just throw that out there because he has been my rock and my helper, and just he's so perfect for me. Anyways, back to other things. So all of this kind of backstory brings me to my channel and why I wanted to start it. I started this channel for the person who feels like their life stopped because of something that happened to them in the past, or because they think they're too old and it's too late to start creating something new, trying something new, or living the life of their dreams. This channel is for recovering people pleasers who actually want to put themselves first so that they can create a space where they can truly and lovingly pour out of themselves to serve others after they have taken really good care of themselves. I want this space to show people that you can take up space and let your voice be heard. And, don't worry about rocking the boat because your voice is important and we need it in the world. It's also for that person who keeps replaying that conversation over and over in their head, telling them that they're not good enough, they don't have what it takes, or heck, being told to keep their big dreams a hobby because success is only for the 1% of the 1%. Because success is for other people and it's better to just, take what you're given. This channel is for you. My healing journey has brought me to a place where I've realized that I get to start living my dream life now, before I feel ready, before I'm at this ideal place. I can start making my life exciting. I can start doing the projects I want to start doing and putting myself out there to the world. I don't need to have years of success behind me to prove to myself that I can be who I want to be. Right now is literally just the training ground for future me, and future me is the training ground for future me. I want to share how I got to this place and how I worked through the darkest times on my journey and worked through the things in my past that I didn't even know were there. Because like I said, I had anxiety way before I even knew what it was. As a disclaimer, I am not a medical professional at all, and nothing on this channel is meant to take the place of any medical advice that you've been given, nor take the place of you actually going and seeking help from a professional, because just guess what? They're professional for a reason. They actually know the things, and I'm literally just sharing what's worked for me. And I'll be sharing things from the medical professionals that I've been working with as well. So I highly suggest you go and get help, because getting help is cool, and I'm a huge advocate for it. So now that you know what this channel is about, I would love if we could connect, and I'd actually love to know what big dream or what have you put on hold in your life because of anxiety, depression, just something that you feel like has stopped you from living into the truest version of yourself, and something that is even contributing to your anxiety because you feel like you'll never have the opportunity, or you just feel like you'll never get to experience your biggest dreams. I want to hear what those are, and I promise you, you're going to be able to get there. You are safe, you are loved, and we're all in this together. And yeah, you're not alone. I'm not alone. Follow me on all social media platforms, either at Rebekah Manella or at Anxious and Abundant, Anxious to Abundant. I want to be here to encourage you and, get you on the path where you want to go. So don't forget to follow, subscribe, click the bell icon so that you will be notified, because the algorithm is changing consistently. So I love you, and you're doing amazing. I believe in you, and see you next week.